Hi, my name is Larry Meyer. I'm the owner of Larry Meyer Construction Company, LLC. And today's topic is we're going to talk about getting started on a new construction project. Building permits can be taken out by the homeowner. In most situations, they're taken out by the builder. There's a fair amount involved in getting a building permit on new construction. You're going to need a complete plot plan. You're going to have to designate where the driveway is going to go, where you're going to pile the dirt, what prevention you're going to take for water runoff in the event that there's big storms. Then you have to have the whole house plotted out, laid out. They're going to ask questions about your HVAC, your plumbing, so on and so forth. So I would highly recommend that you let your builder handle the permitting process. As part of the process, you always want to call Digger's Hotline. And what Digger's Hotline is it's a free service that's provided by the utility companies. And with a phone call, you request that they come onto your property and they're going to mark if there's any utilities running across your property. Phone, gas, cable, whatever it might be. So they flag that. Again, it's free. And if you make the phone call and when you go out and you dig and your excavator happens to hit a gas line, let's say, or a phone line that was not marked, or they had it marked in a certain location and it was in a different location and you damaged it, the bill is not yours or the excavator's. It becomes the responsibility of Digger's Hotline. So very, very cheap precaution, but something that I would highly recommend, and actually you should do it on every project. If you're going to start on a project on, let's say, March 1st, okay, so you say by March 15th you need to make the decision on your windows, and you will have had discussions on the windows during the design process. So they got to decide what the color is going to be, whether they're going to be double hung or whether they're going to be casement or whatever the questions might be. And then you give them, let's say by April 10th, I need to know the shingle color and the soffit and the fascia color. And a week after, it might be what the siding is, and you work your way through. Then your project never comes to a grinding halt. Because one thing about that people don't understand is, from construction standpoint, once you start to do something and we're geared up, let's say, to shingle the roof, but now the shingle color isn't ready, and we have to redirect, it costs time and it costs money. And it definitely will affect your time frame. And in some instances, we've had it where people don't make their decisions in a timely fashion, and you literally have to pull off the job and go to another project. And along with that, then they think that, well, as soon as they make their decision, you're ready to come back. Well, it doesn't work that way. We might have started tearing into somebody else's house, and we might be gone for 2 weeks, and we can't come back until that project is done. And so timely decisions on product selection, it gives you a very smooth flow, makes the project work great, really helps the relationship between the builder and the customer. Normally what we do with time frame on a new project is we give them a time frame based on when we can start to pound nails. So once you dig the hole, you get the foundation in. Let's say you have to leave the foundation sit for 5 to 7 days before you can backfill, and depending upon weather and what's happening, what you might run into. So once we're ready to pound nails, then we can usually give them a time frame, and that time frame really will coincide with their product selection. So, we'll say, okay, it's going to take us 4 weeks to frame, and in 4 weeks is when we're going to need your shingle decision. And, we'll be ready to side in 6 weeks and so on and so forth. So, and that does all depends obviously on the size and the degree of difficulty of the home. So. One of the questions that you're gonna be confronted with as you're going through the process is what do you want to use for your foundation? Poured concrete, block, wood foundations, or ICF, which stands for insulated concrete form. And you will have seen different projects go up around town. It's going to be a big styrofoam-based form that's held together with plastic clips, and it gives you your insulation on the inside and the outside of your wall, and then you pour the concrete in the middle, and basically it's a poured concrete wall, but it gives you your insulation on both sides. So normally we always go with a poured wall. Seems to be the most cost-effective, readily available, and it's probably the strongest version of a foundation, and I also think it leaves you the least susceptible to any type of water infiltration.